So we have another catfish to discuss today. This one's a little different than the last two because I'm not confident that he is actually a catfish. A catfish being someone who pretends to be someone else on the internet. I am, however, classifying him in this category because he doesn't have a profile picture. He refused to send me his profile picture, and he pushed for Google Hangouts or WhatsApp more than once. So there's that. Now, WhatsApp is not actually that weird. As someone who lives overseas, I use it all the time, but I don't hand out anything personal to people I don't know on the internet. It's a good habit. So I won't give them my personal phone number. I won't give them my Google address. They have my Facebook and access to my Messenger. That's it. I don't even add them as friends on Facebook because I'm not set up in any way to be able to do all that safely. So anyway, today's catfish does not have a profile picture. It's a picture of a cartoon. And just like any others, I'm not sharing. Now, he didn't claim to be in the military, so this is a completely new setup. This is 100%, if it is a scam, this would be a romance scam. But I'm not confident that he is a scammer because he was almost human except for the pushing for the Google Hangouts thing. So he messaged me from the same group on Facebook that usually lends to all of my bait. Random messages. Hi, how you doing? Random conversation. Where are you? Where are you from? You look so beautiful and such a cute smile. Can we be friends? How come you haven't added me on as a friend? It's like, I'm not adding you until I know you. How old are you? What's your marital status? I'm always honest. I tell them the truth. I'm 29. I am in a long-term committed relationship of 10 years. Instead of telling me his age, he told me his birth date, which made me do math. That's a great turnoff. Don't make me do math. So I confirmed his age. And then the 6 messages. So would you mind making me your boyfriend also? No, that's a little fast. Then the first push. Let's move to WhatsApp or Google Hangouts, please. And then sent me his number. And I said, nope, I only talk here. All right, can we use Google Hangouts? No, I only talk here. All right. And then he switches the conversation to talking about family. He uses the word Brazil about 8 times in those 2 messages. Asked me about my career. Again, how long have you been in Brazil? How many years have you been in Brazil? So you live and work in Brazil? Who else lives with you in Brazil? It's funny to me because I'm like, the answer is pretty much the same. I've lived here before for a couple of years, and then this is my second bout with Brazil. This went on for a couple of days, so I'm scrolling through the messages. He gave himself a very prestigious title. I don't know whether or not he was telling the truth. So then there's also this thing that these people will do that I find particularly irritating, and I don't know if it's just because I'm not a clingy female. I like my space. I don't like being beholden to a phone. If you send me a message, I will reply. I just may not reply within the next 30 seconds, and that doesn't mean I've shunned you. It means I'm a human living my life, doing other things. So like the next morning, we haven't talked for 30 minutes. There's a 30-minute gap here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages within a 3-minute time period because I haven't answered. And I say that I'm single because I'm not married, but I do have a boyfriend. And he's like, how can you be single and have a boyfriend? And then I answer the question. You asked for my marital status, not whether or not I was in a relationship. Sorry, he's talking a lot. They talk a lot about food. Have you eaten? It's a big thing. So, like, he asked me about breakfast, and I said, no, I didn't have breakfast. When's your lunch? What are you having for dinner? Again, there's these gaps of time where I won't respond because I'm working, and then I'll get like 10, 11 messages. Sorry, I have some dust floating around my room. I'm cleaning up my closet. Guess you would hope work wasn't stressful. So Brazil is open. Yay, online teaching. You're preparing dinner? So it just kind of went on like this. It's nothing exciting. Like these are like you really have to be bored to carry on some of these conversations because you'll try to up the ante. Like my favorite question to ask, what was the last book you read? It's my favorite question to ask to these people because I love to read. And I read often and I read a lot. I read a variety of topics. My favorite is I am a fiction reader, but I do read autobiographies. I prefer narratives to anything else. I'm not a big self-help book fan. If it's something important, sure, but mostly if it's historical, I'll read it because I find that interesting. Most of the time, they can't answer the question. Then he asked me a lot about my boyfriend. And then he starts the romance. Okay, so this is the gag-worthy part. This is why I'm calling him what I'm calling him. I'm not a typical romantic person, even in real life with people I'm actually dating. I don't do the, oh, you've touched me, you've changed my life forever. I think I do that in every video. I'm sorry. But it seems to be this ploy. And I don't know if that's actually how women are today, in a general speaking. Or, I mean, I'm sure romance is a thing. I'm not a typically romantic person. The things that I find romantic are very special. I'm not a flowers and chocolates kind of girl unless there's like a good reason behind the flowers and chocolates. I'm not an obligatory gift kind of person. For example, my boyfriend and I don't really give gifts on like birthdays or Christmas. If there's a gift, it's because I saw it and I thought of you, not because I'm obligated to find a gift for you on this day. And I prefer that because to me, it feels more genuine. It comes more from the heart rather than, oh my gosh, there's flowers and hearts everywhere. And this date on the calendar says that I have to love you more on this day. It's just not my thing. It never really has been. So that was a big circle in the bush there, but I digress. So asking me about my day, saying it's uneventful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages. I think I was eating dinner. And then, he asked me if I was eating. Are you there? Are you there? Like chatting with you. Where'd you go? Are you there? Like, so I responded, and again, this is all generic. There's not even really anything exciting. Then they find out that my boyfriend and I are long distance. And then that gets them all excited. I'm not sure why. It doesn't change anything. But I guess the stereotype is a little different. And then he asked me why I wasn't on WhatsApp. Then he asked me again for Google Hangouts. Then again for WhatsApp. And then it's 2:30 in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages. 2 hours later, 1, 2. And then I said, I can't talk to you, I'm at the doctor. And then another message later that night. Again, on and on. So it's like, have you eaten? Can we talk on Google Hangouts? Have you eaten? Can we talk on Google Hangouts? So this is why I'm classifying him under the idea of a catfish, because why can't you just talk to me like a human? Why don't you have anything to talk about? I would love to engage with a higher level scammer who's like, I'll actually talk to you like a person to make you think you're talking to a real human being on the other end, and then whatever. And then he's talking about the mall being open, and then we exchange pictures. Like I said, correction, I sent him pictures. I asked him for pictures, and he said he doesn't like taking pictures. Big red flag of being an actual catfish, not the person you say you are. Again, and if I send pictures, they're 100% profile pictures on Facebook. Things you can already see because I have a public social profile. My profile is locked down, so you can't like add me or see my friends list or things like that. But you can see cover photos and you can see profile pictures of almost anybody on Facebook. So anything I send them is, if you scroll through my profile pictures, these are things that you're going to see. Like, for example, I have long hair in most of these photos. Anyone who follows my channel knows that I do not have my little wimpy little ponytail back here. I do not have long hair anymore. My hair is about shoulder length. Tells me about how gorgeous I am. Ooh, love your body size and your smile. Oh, you are more beautiful than anything I've seen before. Your boyfriend must be very proud to have you as his girlfriend or lover. I'm like, that's weird. What are you doing now? Oh, okay. So this is where we kind of stopped talking because this I found rather irritating. Maybe it was playful banter. I don't know. It irritated me. I had micropigmentation done on my head, and I think it was the last day that I had that. So I was honest. I said, waiting for my head to stop hurting after having told him that I'd had the micropigmentation done. And he's like, sorry for your headache. And I'm like, it's not a headache. And then he's like, I hope you will buy something for me from the store. And I said, like what? Anything. So I chose to buy nothing because I don't know who this person is. Like, that's so stupid. All right, are you going home? And then he's like, oh, you didn't buy anything for me? And then I didn't answer. Welcome home. I didn't answer. Freshening up and let me know. Didn't answer. I was asking if you already bathed. I didn't answer. Asked me about dinner and then told me what he was eating for dinner. And then he went back to the me not buying anything at the store for him. He's like, I was waiting. It irritated me because I'm like, it's one thing to joke, like, oh, get something for me. You don't really mean it. Like, see, he apparently did. And I'm like, I'm not sure what you actually want from me. I asked you what you wanted. You said anything. Did you really expect me to buy something for a total stranger on the internet for it to sit in my cabinet until the end of time? Like, really? Please don't sound that way because I believe we can meet someday. I was kidding. I know you have no intentions of me. That's the other thing they do. They'll switch it and play on your emotions and make you feel guilty. I have zero guilt. None for this at all, so it doesn't work. I know you have no intentions of meeting with me. I might be a stranger to you now, but sometimes strangers can become friends. It could happen. I'm being realistic. My intentions are irrelevant. I understand. It will happen. Okay, so you already ate? Again, all this confidence, like, did you eat? Google Hangouts. And then 12:53 a.m. I'm asleep. I go to bed at like 9, and I don't wake up until like 8 the next day. Like I'm a total pumpkin. Good morning to you. Have a nice and wonderful day. Hi, good morning. How was your night? Hope you slept well. Happy New Week. Happy New Week to you. And then 8 more messages I didn't reply. 3 more messages I didn't reply. 2 more messages Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading 2 messages at once. Good morning to you. How was your night? And I just kind of stopped talking to him because it was rather boring, as I said. And then the store thing was quite irritating. So that's the end of that. I can't really report him for being a scammer because he could actually be a real person with a real profile. So this one's not quite as exciting as the last 2, but there's more to come, and I will keep casting my nets out in those groups that I know are ripe for the taking. Anyway, so that was today's scammer / catfish, the hopeless romantic. So, thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like and thumbs up. If you're enjoying these, I know I do, just because it's entertaining, and during quarantine, what else can we do? I'm also on winter break now, so I have nothing but time. So please like and subscribe, share this video if you found it interesting. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. Have a good night.